What a horrible Thursday night football game between the Colts and the Broncos. Probably the worst game we've ever seen. And we're going to do some best ball drafting on screen. Link in description. Link also being pasted right now into the live chat as we speak. Make sure you jump in there and get signed up and get in there. Let me paste it right now. We're going to be talking about this awful Thursday night football game. Just a brutal game. You had fans walking out of the stadium as they were going into overtime. Just absolutely embarrassing. Embarrassing for the Broncos. Just an awful performance offensively by both teams. Horrible fantasy football outcome. I pinned that link in the live chat. The link is in the description. We're jumping into some best ball resurrection draft. Not yet. Don't click on it yet, but go sign up. Click the link. Make sure you get your deposit in there. Underdog will match up to $100 on your first deposit. So get in there now and don't miss out on that match bonus, that bonus match up to $100. I'm going to be clicking the link in a second. So if anybody wants to get in on a draft, make sure you're ready to pounce on the resurrection button in just, T minus, I don't know, minute maybe. So let me hit the intro.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios, it's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
So let's get into the Thursday night outing. Where was I? I was right here. Promo code Smitty. Jump in. We're clicking on it in 5, 4, 3, 2. Click on the resurrection draft right here. If you aren't ready, I told you earlier to get signed up and get ready. Enter. 7 spots available. So all these spots right here that are grayed out are available. Let me actually shrink this down and show you guys right there. So all those spots right here are available. So jump in. Again, let me show you how to get there. You go to the link in the live chat that's pinned or the link in the description and you click on the underdog link. Make sure promo code Smitty's entered. If you haven't signed up, you might be pushing it, but you can try. And then you're going to scroll through all these options until you get to resurrection with the hand coming out of the grave. You're resurrecting your league. You're resurrecting your fantasy football season because you're drafting for weeks 6 through 17 only. Weeks 1 through 5 don't matter. What you know now, you're taking into battle and you're drafting a brand new team knowing what you know now. You're going to click on that. You're going to enter the draft. There's look at it. First place gets 100K. Second place gets 40,000. Third place gets 20. Prizes go on and on and on. It's 1 QB, 3 wide receivers, 1 flex, 2 running backs, 1 tight end, 10 bench spots. Make sure you click on it and get in there. Active draft. I'm in this one right now. 4 spots to fill. Jump in. Link in description. Link in live chat. Don't tell me, how do I get in? How do I get in? Smitty, you're going to do another one. Smitty, you're going to do another one. That's why you got to have notifications turned on. That's why you got to be signed up using the link and promo code Smitty ahead of time. And we're going to get right into it. So what a disgusting game this was between the Colts and the Broncos. And look, the Colts are without JT. It's going to be look very different once JT's in there. It's going to be a very, very different game once JT's inside, running in between those tackles. Back next week. So make sure you trade for JT now before it's too late. I already told you that if you try to trade for JT after the game kicks off, you're going to have to pay a higher price tag because guess what? His owners are going to say, I've already waited a week. What am I going to give you JT for after I sat him this week because he's injured and I'm going to just hand him to you after I waited a whole week on him? That's the price you pay by waiting. Now his owners are a little more invested in holding him than they would have been had you tried to acquire him before week 5 actually kicked off. But you still may be able to get a deal done. Mealy, Jordan P, East Coast Tatties in the draft. Appreciate you. Yeah. We'll see how this goes. These are always very interesting. One more spot, and then we're starting. One more spot, and we're starting. It's always interesting to see where the quarterbacks go and where the tight ends go. And here we go. One more to start. One more spot, and then this sucker's full, and we're drafting live here on Underdog using promo code Smitty. Let's go. Appreciate you all being here tonight. I'm starting Irv Smith off waivers since Pitts is probably isn't playing, says Jordan. Mealy, appreciate you being here. Frake first in the building. Frake, appreciate you. Tariq's in the building. Nathan, Zeno, Brandon, Hendricks, Fabian, Gary, appreciate you all being here. John, just what a pitiful game. What a pitiful game. And if you started, this is what I warned everybody about before the game started. Smitty, should I still want to trade for JT? That offense looked trash. Keep in mind, that offense was without their best player, JT. So I still do want JT, yes. Alec Pierce looked pretty decent. Picked up Pierce before the game. Not a bad play. Albert Pacheco says, if Russ gets better, then yes. I don't know what he's replying to. But, I mean, what's up, Dan? Alex Cruz says, Smitty, should I still... Oh, yeah, I just read that. One more to start. We're waiting on one more individual to jump into this draft. This last spot here at the very end needs to be filled by you. By you. By you. You know what? The saving grace for not trading for JT before the game kicked off, meaning what I explained earlier, that his owner is going to be like, well, I'm the one sitting without JT this week. Why would I trade him when I'm holding him for a week, and now you're going to come in and just take him right when he comes back? But the fact that the Colts look so bad on offense, that might kind of wash that out a little bit. You might still be able to get him a little cheaper than you should be able to get him. And I get the feeling I don't want to draft JT because the offense looks like dog water. But keep in mind what I said before the game started. Thursday night games blow. Thursday night games are awful. Thursday night games statistically are disappointment makers. So part of the disappointment is it's a Thursday game. And you might say, that's a little funny, Smitty. Is it really? Is it the quick turnaround that makes both offenses stagnant? Is it the quick turnaround? Is it the quick turnaround for the coaching staff, game preparation, and all that? There's a lot that goes into why a quick turnaround makes for bleak play. But it does. For whatever reason, Thursday night games blow. And part of this was that. Part of it was that the Colts didn't have JT. The Colts are going to look like a much better offense with JT on the field. I'm still buying JT. We'll see where JT goes in this draft, which begins in T-minus. Let me creep this up here and then pull this up here so you can see the timer. Okay, I guess that's the way it's going to be. There we go. Okay. So, we have how many people in the building? Over 100 and only 30 thumbs up. Really? Wipe your feet on the way in the door. Wipe your feet. I got my Mexican Coke with me. Even though I'm trying to lose some lbs, I still have, this is my only vice. I don't eat any candy or sugar really throughout the day typically. So this is my only vice, and I'm cutting back a ton. So don't judge. You can't beat a Mexican Coke. You can't beat a Mexican Coke though. They're so. It's my one vice. I don't drink coffee. I don't do anything bad. This is all that I have. I'm cutting back on it, but this is all I have. Okay, here we go. So number 1 overall pick, Cooper Kupp. Justin Jefferson goes 1.2. Let's go to the board view. Your boy Smitty is drafting from the last spot. That could be interesting. I'm from the 12. Jefferson goes 2. This is week 6 through 17 only. Week 6 through 17, which is absolutely awesome because you don't have to you get to factor in everything you know about what happens weeks 1 through 5. And obviously we don't know everything that's going to happen in week 5, right? But it's pretty cool. You're drafting for week 6 through 17 only. Keep that in mind. Jamar Chase still going super high to number 4 overall. Look at the wide receivers. I have a feeling we're going to see wide receiver galore in round 1 in 2023 redrafts come January through August. Got to get Smitty on them seltzers. I'm okay with the occasional Mexican Cokes, bro. I need something. You know what I'm saying? I need something, broski. Okay, Saquon's the only running back to go so far. He went number 5. Devontae Adams went number 6. Josh Allen going around number 1. And people ripped on him going at the top of round 3. How quickly things change. You know, and I'm not saying everybody will agree with that, Tatty, but I bet you more people will agree with it than disagree with it, that he's worthy of it. Christian McCaffrey going number 8 overall. James, I believe that's Conklin. I don't know if this is Conklin right here. Who's he taking at number 9? So again, in review, it went Cooper Kupp. This is week 6 through 17 only. Weeks 1 through 5 won't count. It's called Best Ball Resurrection on Underdog Fantasy. Link is in the description. Link is pinned in the live chat. Promo code Smitty gets you up to $100 bonus match instantly. You deposit 50, you get 50. You deposit 100, you get 100 if you're a first-time depositor and member. And so we're in the middle of this draft, and your boy Smitty is almost on deck. So I got to check out and see what I need to do here. Russell Wilson looks like dog water going forward. I don't trust the Broncos. I had a lot of Melvin Gordon questions walking into this game, and honestly, my initial reaction is just whenever anybody asks me about Melvin is like, it depends. I can see it going 2 different ways. Whatever way you pick, Hackett's going to disappoint you. Look, JT. This is great value here. AJ Brown, Debo, Amon-Ra. What if I go Kelsey and JT? I normally don't do that, but I'm gonna try it. Who's their QB? Everybody. But let's try Kelsey. Let's try this. I don't mind this look. JT and Kelsey. It's tough because you have to start 3 wide receivers, but I'm gonna try this out. I haven't done this yet. This is an approach. Is Ron Navy in here? This is an approach I have not tried yet in the Resurrections yet, and I've done a number of these. I'm very curious. Broncos are awful. Don't trust any Bronco moving forward whatsoever. I should just pound the weights in here while we're doing this, because I'm trying to get myself in shape by Halloween night. I want to get absolutely ripped. As you can tell, I'm not like I'm not like an obese man, but I'm no longer cut anymore or refined, but I by Halloween night I want to look ripped. So that's my goal. I encourage all of you to set a goal. Halloween night, you have well over, how many days is that? You have like 20 something days to get 23 day, whatever that is, to get your goal. Set your goal. If it's to gain muscle, if it's to lose lbs, if it's to just eat better, if it's to drink more water. Set a goal by Halloween. You want to crush the goal by Halloween night. Your boy Smitty's going to get fit and ripped, and I want you to hold me accountable. Okay, if I don't look fit on Halloween night, I want you to ask, hey Smitty, what happened? What happened, bro? What happened? Worst game ever, Joe. Worst game ever. So I got JT and Travis Kelce, Lamar and Andrews, Tyreek and Austin Eckler, Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown, Christian McCaffrey and Debo Samuel. Now, I normally take Austin Eckler in this 13 spot, but I want to try this. It's a very intriguing attempt here. Amon-Ra going in round 2, Debo going in round 2 at number 17. AJ Brown went 16. Eckler is a steal at 15. Andrews, Kelce. Nick Chubb at 19, which is interesting because Nick Chubb has been on fire and he still doesn't get the respect he deserves. 19 overall. I mean, does anybody else feel like that's just extremely disrespectful? He's 19 overall. That's crazy. That's crazy. Derrick Henry, 22. That's good value at this point. But, obviously I worry about him staying healthy. Look at those wide receivers by Ricky. Cooper, Kupp, CeeDee Lamb, Mike Evans. We'll see what the rest of the team looks like. I know that seems like such a great approach in a 3 wide receiver best ball draft, but I will tell you that you can't have a well-rounded looking team, you know, when you do that. You're going to have great wide receivers, but you won't have a well-rounded looking team. Maybe that will win. Maybe it won't. I tend to think if you go wide receiver, it's fine. But I think that number 3 spot, I think that might be one of our guys. Ricky. Is that Ricky? Is Ricky in here? We'll see what your running backs look like. Swift, Mixon, and Jefferson, fantastic trio. Assuming Mixon bounces back. Diggs, Henry, and DeAndre Hopkins. Why is Hopkins going so high? Is that one of our people due? Hopkins in round 3? What's going on here? I know he'll be back, but that is awfully high when you got a guy like Waddle sitting there. You got a plethora of players that probably deserve a draft slot before DeAndre Hopkins. You don't even know what you're getting at that point. And why is Nick Chubb dropping to 19 overall? I don't understand it. Wilson's the worst QB in the league, says Western. That's debatable, but I think he's not the worst QB in the league, but he's definitely not looking good whatsoever. Breece Hall. He would have been nice to fall to me. Appreciate you taking Breece Hall there, Tatty Mac. That was kind of you. A little snipe action. Little snipe action. Hey, if you're new, please subscribe. We're almost at 15.2K. We might hit 15.2K on the live stream if you guys that are watching are not so shy that you're going to hold off from clicking that button. All right, let's get out of here and start queuing up some people. Let's see, we got several people we could look at here that I'm liking. All right, let's get back to the board and take a look at this. So when Godwin, Christian Kirk, I've got a running back, I've got a tight end, and of course I need to look at some wide receivers here. So I'm on the clock with the back-to-backs. Let's go to quarterback and to see who's there. Quarterbacks flew. No, they didn't. Okay. Quarterbacks are still kind of around. I'm going to go ahead and pass on a quarterback right now. Let's go to wide receiver. And I definitely need to grab one wide receiver, no doubt about it. I'm going to grab, though, Alvin Kamara. And then I'm going to grab, this is a tough wide receiver 1. This will be my wide receiver 1. Wow. I don't mind Pittman. I think he bounces back a little bit. I'm rolling the dice going with 2 Colts. We just saw what the Colts are capable of doing on the football field, right? But it's a different team with Jonathan Taylor. They did win the game. I'm still feeling pretty good about that squad. JT, Travis Kelce, Alvin Kamara, Michael Pittman. I'm okay with that. We'll see what I can do with my other wide receiver spots, but I'm feeling pretty decent about that. Maybe Eckler would have been the better pick instead of Travis Kelce at 13. And I normally never take tight ends early, but I just wanted to try this out because Taylor fell, and that usually feels like it. Maybe that'll happen a lot in these best balls. Maybe it won't. Maybe he'll go further. Maybe I'm the only reason Taylor went 12 is because I took him. Maybe he would have fallen to 14 or 15. I have no idea. But I do feel like this combination is pretty cool to start off with JT and Travis Kelce in a week 6 through 17 best ball draft. We are not counting weeks 1 through 5. He's out this week. Doesn't matter. We are counting weeks 6 through 17 only. Link is in the description. Link is in the live chat pinned. Click on it. Use promo code Smitty. Get up to $100 bonus match. Instant bonus match up to $100. You deposit $100, they'll give you $100 if you're new and click the link. All right, let's see what these teams look like. We'll start with Ricky once Ricky makes his pick, and we'll start judging the teams heading on back down round 5. But how many people we got in the room here? We got 200 people in the room, only 68 thumbs up. Punch that thumb up button. Look at this draft, week 6 through 17. This is what everybody's thinking right now. This is the current kind of ADP, you could say, of the players go forward. This is not a week 6 draft. This is not a week 5 draft. This is not a 1 week contest. This isn't daily fantasy 1 week contest. This is a best ball draft confined and contained into weeks number 6 through 17. A micro league, a mini season, a shortened micro season of weeks 6 through 17. And this is the way we're all thinking in general about these players go forward. This is going to generate trade ideas for you. This is going to give you a sense of what everybody's thinking about players, that in case you're going to inquire about a trade. This should set the stage for a lot of your trade ideas and negotiations going forward, because this is what everybody's thinking right now. Go forward only. The past doesn't matter. The past does not matter. Russ missed Hamler wide open. He sure did. And Hamler was not having it. He was upset. He was upset. You know what Russ Wilson did? He robbed the Denver Broncos organization of a boatload of money. The police are looking for him as we speak, because this guy absolutely took him for a bunch. You know what Russell Wilson did to the Denver Broncos and the Denver fans? You know what Russ Wilson did?
Got him.
He got him. That's what he did. He got him good. He got him good, bro. Russ looks awful. Okay, I'm on deck here. Let's see what we got here. So, running backs. I don't necessarily need a running back, but I just want to take a peek at him. Okay. Quarterbacks, I definitely still need a quarterback. I'm going to go ahead and queue up a couple of these guys. I believe I'm close to being on the clock here. I'm going to go ahead. Okay, so tight end just went. Darren Waller just went. I've got a tight end. I'm fine there. Wide receivers. I mean, who do you even grab? This getting thin. We got McLaurin out there. Gabe Davis just went. Probably sniped because I just showed him on my queue. Thanks a lot, Gambitron. I appreciate you sniping him from me. I mean, at this point, it's McLaurin, right? It's McLaurin. I'm going to take McLaurin with this pick right here. Okay, McLaurin. And then I guess I'm going to draft a quarterback here. Do I draft Thomas Brady? Is Tommy going to retire midseason? Is he going to quit football, or is he going to focus on football now that he may not have to worry about getting screamed at home? Maybe this is a good thing. I'm going to go ahead and say... I'm going to say Tom Brady here. I'm going to go Tom Brady here. So my team so far, let me click on my squad here. So far my team is Tom Brady. Got 2 buys on with my running backs too. But look at my week 14. I haven't even looked at my buys yet. Look at week 14 is going to absolutely blast me. And you know what's crazy? There's a pro and a con to this thinking. Everybody's going to say, "Oh, you really screwed yourself." But did you? Because my entire team, minus Tom Brady and Kelsey, my entire team is going to go without a bye week for 13 straight weeks to try and become one of the top 2 teams, because only the top 2 teams advance. The way this works, the way this thing works is that you take your team, or you go through week 14. The top 2 teams in this draft, there's 12 of us in this draft. The top 2 teams after week 14 get sent to week 15, and everybody's 2 teams that get broken off, that win their little mini season through week 14, they all get grouped up into new groups of 12. And then the top 2 teams from that 1 week of week 15 go to the next round, and everybody gets thrown into a new group of 12. And then the 2 winners go to the finals. And so in week 17, so it happens in week 14 or week 15, 16, and then the last week, week 17, everybody's together. The final 2 that made it out of the previous round get thrown in, and then whoever scores the most, I believe, is how that works and wins. So you could say, "Hey, Smitty, this is bad. You've got week 14 buys. You're going to get decimated in week 14. But am I going to be out to such a good and early lead that I can afford to do this?" We will see. We will see if this strategy actually becomes the better strategy of them all. But I didn't plan that. It's happened to me before, and I've actually liked it. So is it super flex? It is not a super flex. However, drafting 2 quarterbacks is always not a bad idea, 2 high quarterbacks, because optimal scoring will throw the top quarterback in there for you. And so having a Brady and a Hurts is not a bad idea, because then each week you can dominate that position, because optimally it's going to put the higher scorer in for you. You don't have to make any tough calls and miss and make the wrong calculation. Russell Wilson this year with his helmet on backwards, bro. I don't even know if he has a helmet on at all. This guy is playing awful football. Bad decision maker. And I don't know. I don't understand what it is where he does this whole thing where he comes out of the tunnel at practice and he gives these fake high fives to fans that aren't even there. Like, what's he doing? It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to give high fives to fake fans in preparation for giving real fives to real fans. What's he doing? What's he doing? First super chat of the day. You guys got super chats? Bring them in. And I'll answer them in order as they're received. Not sure he'll accept. Would you offer J.K. Jacobs-Myers for Adams? J.K. Jacobs-Myers for Adams. Absolutely. I don't even care who your other running backs are, Fane. I'm taking Adams over Jacobs and J.K. personally. And I might be in the minority on that. But that's how I feel. I'm not buying into J.K. Dobbins. I'm selling him as high as I can, as fast as I can. Thank you, Fane, for the super chat. I want to also open up the phone line if you guys want to dial in to the show while we're doing this mock draft here. Let's look at these teams real quick. So, team number 1 from the 1 spot: Cooper Kupp, CeeDee Lamb, Mike Evans, Leonard Fournette, Miles Sanders, Allen Lazard, Tyler Lockett. See, I don't know if I like this team. It started off really nice because you have these great 3 wide receivers, and you're thinking to yourself, okay, this is a really good approach potentially, right? No, look, Fournette, Miles Sanders, you might like those. I don't love those running backs, and I don't know that I would have just started drafting more wide receivers instead of filling up a quarterback and tight end spot, given that Lazard and Lockett are nothing to cry home about. So I don't know that I love the way the team's looking at this point. It's pretty decent. It's got good wide receivers, but I honestly, if that team wins, I don't know. I'll be shocked. Aiden, you're live on the Fantasy Football Show. What can I help you with, kind sir?
Hey,
keep
Smitty,
it.
What's going on?
It's
man?
good. Keep it quick and simple. Can't do team breakdowns because I'm in the middle of a draft. So simple, fast questions, my broski.
Okay, so I was looking to trade. My team is currently 1-3, and I got Jonathan Taylor on this team. I'm looking to trade Jonathan Taylor and Raheem Mostert for Dameon Pierce and Alvin Kamara. Should I do it?
Jonathan Taylor and Raheem Mostert for Kamara and who?
Dameon Pierce.
Kamara and Dameon Pierce for John. Yeah, I probably would take Dameon Pierce and Alvin Kamara, because Alvin Kamara's, he should be back this week, and so that's a pretty good move for you, getting Pierce on top of that. I like that a lot. I could get behind that.
And I got Burrow and Chase and Breece Hall, so
yeah. Really,
the only downfalls have been ETN and Jonathan Taylor, so I'm looking to turn things around real fast.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. I'm okay with that. Because I really, really, really like having Dameon Pierce on that roster. Man, I don't know who to draft at wide receiver here. This is an awful. Honestly, I know he's really lowly ranked by everybody, but I'm looking at this list: Gallup, Tyler Boyd, all these guys. The best wide receiver to me, that the most upside, is Mooney, and people are cutting him left and right. I'm going to go with Mooney. I know that doesn't feel like a great pick right around the eighth round, but so on this team, bro, I've got all week 14 players. Except for Tom Brady and Travis Kelce. I've got Jonathan Taylor and Alvin Kamara on a week 14 bye. Pittman and McLaurin and Mooney all on week 14 byes. But that's crazy with this. I don't know if you know, but it might not suck, because I get 13 straight weeks. This is a weeks 1 through 14 regular season. I get 13 straight weeks on everybody without having bye weeks. I get off to an early lead. And all I got to do is coast into a total point, coast mode, in that final week. And given its optimal scoring, as long as my bench has good performers, it'll sort it out for me, and I might score 80, 90 points, whatever, and it might not affect me. So Terry Roberts gifting 5 subs, YouTube exclusive memberships. Terry Roberts to the moon.
To the moon.
Appreciate you, Terry. You got any other questions for me, bro?
No, man. I think I'm gonna smash that trade. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, look, I hate trading JT. Not gonna lie, but I mean, Kamara is. I mean, after tonight, I'm still going after JT after tonight. But after tonight, you could say to yourself, okay, maybe Kamara coming back, you getting Pierce, it's more upside for you. It's just more upside. Period.
I see no reason why Kamara can't return to form. It's just that assault thing, and like you said, like you've been saying for months now, the video, and if the video comes out, but. I mean, 1-3, Pierce is pretty good. I got Brees Hall. Taylor is, I mean, I'm worried about it, man. It's 20 carries or whatever, and 2-3 points.
Here's why the trade's good for you, okay? Look, we have a world right now where Olave can be, you could trade Olave for, like, what's the craziest trade you can come up with in your head for Olave? Like, you trade Olave and you get what? Give me a big name player, like, you think is possible. You trade Olave, you get back.
Maybe Olave Brown?
Yeah, like, you could. Like, you in this world right now that we live in the middle of week number 5, you could trade Olave and get a Kamara. You could trade Olave and get, easily get a Fournette or get someone like that. So, my question to you... Yes. So my question to you is this. Is it possible that Pierce could outplay Jonathan Taylor? It's possible.
Oh, I believe
right.
All could.
Is it possible that Alvin Kamara could outplay Jonathan Taylor? It's possible.
I
So
think so.
So when you make a
He's
trade,
on a better target.
and when you trade away one player for two, if the answer to your question is I think it's actually pretty possible that this guy alone and this guy alone could be better, then you're making a good trade. Right. You're making a good trade.
I am trading Raheem Mostert, who I literally just got off of waivers.
Yeah, who cares?
And I think, you're a Niners guy too, and I know.
I'm not. No. I'm not a Niners guy at all, bro. I'm far from a Niners fan. I was a big Trey Lance fan. People mix that up. I'm not a Niners fan at all.
Oh, okay. I got you. But yeah, I know you've never been high on Mostert because of the injuries, and to me, he's like a younger Chase Edmonds in that offense, pretty much. Like, I get McDaniel's the coach, but I just, I got him. He's there. My team sucks right now, so he's, kind of a good player. But I think, swapping him out for Pierce and getting Kamara, I think it's too good.
All right, my guy. Appreciate you calling in.
All right, man. I appreciate it. Keep doing what you do.
All right, later, pal. All right, we're going to open up the phone lines the entire show here. Look, ETN was interesting there. Like, I know everyone's going to say, oh, ETN, do you drop him? Look, in a best ball scenario, ETN ain't bad. And I'm going to go ahead and take Elijah Moore here. And I'm probably going to take... Let's see what running backs are available. What am I buying? Elijah Moore was a week 10 buy, thank goodness. A-Rob is almost a waste of space, but at this point, I'm going to take him. So my team right now, as it stands, is Kelsey, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers. It's a 1 QB league, but it's optimal scoring. You're live in the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Hey, my name's Steven.
Steven, what's up, my man?
Hey, I called a couple hours ago, the last stream, and I was talking to you about a trade. You told me I should go offer CD and Connor for Jonathan Taylor, but the owner said no, so I was trying to call back and maybe see if you had any other ideas.
CD and Connor for JT. Okay, so that got shot down, so you're looking for another. CD and Connor for Kamara and something. It may be some people might like Connor enough to say they don't want to do that. You could say, here, let's look at this draft board right here. CD and Connor for Cup, CD and Connor for Jefferson, CD and Connor for Diggs, CD and Connor for Jamar Chase, CD and Connor for Barkley.
Do you think CD and Connor for Jamar would be worth it if my other running back is Swift? So, my running back spots would be kind of weak.
Who's your second running back? If Swift is your running back
the
one.
running back I have in, the other running back I have in right now is ETN.
Yeah, so you'll be thin there, but the question is Jamar Chase, worth that? I think maybe he is. I just don't like Connor. Would I keep CeeDee Lamb and just trade Connor and another bench player for Higgins or Amon-Ra St. Brown? I mean, yeah, I'd probably rather do that, but then lose two. Like, the question is, if you lose two players for one, because your question is you want to trade CeeDee and Connor. If you lose 2 for 1, is your team capable of winning, or are you putting yourself in a bind? Should you rather be trading CeeDee Lamb for a Pittman and Dillon? Like, are you better off getting 2 players versus 1? I don't know how you feel about your team, and if you feel like you're thin, because you're telling me right now Swift is like your only running back. Like, maybe you need to stop going in that direction and you need to start saying, can I get Pittman and Dillon for my CeeDee Lamb?
Yeah. I mean, whenever we went through my full roster, I know my roster is pretty good. It's just I'm waiting for Swift, and I was looking to see if I can maybe make any upgrades.
Yeah. Let's see here. Let me pull up my cam here. All right, hit me with your team real quick.
Okay, Burrow. My running backs are Swift and Connor. I'm just gonna give you my roster whenever it's fully together.
Hold on 1 second. Burrow. Okay.
Swift and Connor.
Okay.
I'm in a 2-flex league, so I have 4 wide receivers. I have a Cup. I have CD. I have T. Higgins and Waddle. And then my tight end is Everett.
Okay, hold on 1 second, all right? I got to make my pick.
Yep. No worries.
Let's see here. I need a non-bye week 14 running back. And sure enough, Gibson's there, bye week 14. Fantastic. Come on. Nobody left. I hate Edmonds here, but no. I guess I'm going to go with Burks. I hated taking Burks there. Mostert, I guess? I don't know. Okay, go ahead, bro.
Okay, where did you get up to?
I have Higgins and Waddle.
Yes, that's all my wide receivers, and then my tight end is Everett.
Okay, Everett, gotcha. All right. So we decided when you're on earlier, I couldn't take Gibson because Gibson was bye week 14 and I have all bye weeks, bro. So BS, I had to go a different direction. Okay, Burrow, Swift, Connor, Cup, CD. So if you were to trade Connor and CD and get Jamar Chase, your team would look as follows.
Like, I think
Yeah, your team would be as follows: Swift, Cup, Jamar, Higgins, Waddle. That team is straight fire, though, bro. Like who would be your other running back?
I know.
Who would be your other running
My
back?
other running back would be ETN.
That's your only other running back.
I have ETN. I picked up Latavius Murray off a waiver because I thought he was going to be something, but I guess not. And that's it. Yeah, I'm really thin on running backs because I traded to get CD.
Yeah. I'd probably say, bro, I like getting Jamar Chase. I would try and get somebody back. I don't know if you can get anybody back at all, bro. Can you get anybody back?
I don't know if CD and James Conner could get Jamar and Kareem Hunt, but that's the only.
Yeah, I would try and get Kareem Hunt. I would try and get Kareem Hunt. Just let him know if he wants to get CD Lamb like that. Because if you get Jamar Chase in here, you have Jamar Chase, Cup, Higgins, Waddle, Everett, and you can get Hunt in here. That's solid, bro. You know, I don't love Hunt in ETN, but
it's Kareem Hunt or Stevenson.
Yeah, either one. Hunt or Stevenson. That's enough. You get that, and you have enough. You're getting enough. You're kind of like inching toward balancing the scales, and he shouldn't be giving you anything else back. I mean, he should. I mean, he probably should give you something back, but this is a nice little piece. I like it. 225 in here. Punch the thumb up button.
Cool.
Punch the thumb up button. 229 people in here. What'd you say?
My apologies. I was just gonna say, Swift and Stevenson on our running back position. That'd be fine.
That's what we just broke down, bro. I mean, it's not fine, but you're stacked everywhere. You know, hit that waiver wire. You land the right player. If they let you get the right waiver wire guy over the next couple weeks, it's game over. And if they don't, you're still one of the best teams and can win it all. So just hit the waiver wire hard, bro. Yeah. I would take Jamar Chase if it was me. Right. I just think CD Lamb you're flying high with CD Lamb right now. He's capable of vanishing for a while. Not that Jamar isn't, but Jamar's already vanished. CD's potentially going to be on the rise. I'm sorry, Chase. Chase is going to be on the rise. You're not going to be able to get him after this week, I don't think. I mean, anything can happen, though. Trust your gut, man. Trust your gut.
Yeah, and since I had Burrow and T already, I figured I could commit, and I don't think it'd be a big problem.
Yeah. All right, man. I gotta go to the next call. Appreciate you. Later.
All right. Thank you.
All right. I'm on the clock here. Let's see. Wide receiver. I guess Noah Brown. I don't know. It's so deep at this point. I need an RB. I need an RB that's not by week 14. Kind of have a feeling Gainwell is going to be relevant. Not loving the depth on this team, but we'll see what happens. Brady, Aaron Rodgers, JT, Kamara, Mostert, and Gainwell. Not loving the depth there. Pittman, McLaurin, Mooney, Kelsey at tight end. I've drafted better. Alex, you should know you should have the number programmed in your phone at this point, Alex. It's 602 NFL DONG. Here you go. Let me see where my phone line button is.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
And I got to go over here to where am I? I'm all over the place. There we go. Underdog. Let's see if I get the phone number up on the screen. There. There we go. We're fitting it in. We're fitting it in. What's up, Alex? You're live on the Fantasy Football Show, buddy boy.
I got a new phone, so like my contacts are racing a lot.
No problem. I'm just messing with you. But go ahead. What can I do for you?
I'm trying to trade for JT, right? So I have here a couple of trades in mind. Just let me know if I'm giving too much or maybe I'm not giving enough. You think?
Okay, JT.
So JT, giving up AJ Brown. Would you take AJ Brown? Would you take that or no?
I take JT.
Yeah. Okay. So I was thinking like AJ Brown and like either Dylan, Pierce, or Pollard.
Wait. Now you're adding in.
Yeah, because you said you don't think that would be enough, right?
So you're trading JT
like
away?
Brown,
You're trading JT away?
No, I'm trading for JT.
Okay, so I would trade AJ Brown for JT. Would I add in stuff? No. Like, what do I want to trade AJ Brown and Pierce? No. Like, I'm trying to buy low on JT. AJ Brown and Pierce, or AJ Brown and Breece Hall, AJ Brown and Corey Dillon. AJ Dillon. Remember Corey Dillon? AJ Dillon and AJ Brown are too much. That's what I would, if I was selling JT, I would take those things potentially.
Because I know he probably wouldn't accept that. Like, if he would, that'd be great. But I probably know that he wouldn't.
Well, what else can you give? Because I don't like giving up Pierce.
Well, I got. Do you think Pierce and Metcalf?
Pierce and Metcalf or just JT?
Pierce and Dylan.
I don't think you're gonna get that, but yeah, I would do Pierce and Dillon for JT. I would probably do Pierce and Metcalf for JT, I suppose.
Because I have Swift on the bench, so, and I have Dillon and Pierce. And then Pollard. So I have good depth. I feel like I want to. But you wouldn't do AJ Brown and another piece? That would be too much?
Not Pierce, but I'd do another piece, sure.
Dillon? That'd be also too much, right?
No, Pierce and Dillon for JT, yes. I'd do that.
But what about, I'm talking about AJ Brown. And
AJ Brown and Dillon, no. I don't know. Again, man, like I said earlier, no. It's too much. It's too much. I like JT, but I'm not giving up Dillon. I'm not giving up Pierce.
Right.
Pierce,
okay, so
Pierce and Metcalf, Pierce and Dillon, Metcalf and Dillon, all those things I'd do. But, you could just cite the offense, bro. Be like, look, your offense is trash. And he hasn't done anything all year, so like, and he's probably gonna be hampered a little bit by the ankle. Sell it, man. I mean, that's what I would do. I wouldn't. He's just basically trying to trade him like he's a first rounder still. And while I think it's possible, and that's why I'm going after him, I think it's possible he rebounds to first round form. I'm truly believing he can do that. But like, you can't. He's just wanting to be that guy that's like, I took him in the first round, so I'm only trading him as a first rounder. You can't do that. You don't play in that world. Like, he can't live in that world. That world does not exist to him.
This is a hometown league. This guy, I know this guy. He thinks like that.
Well, I mean, then he's not gonna be able to trade. I mean, you can't let him work you over. If you give him Pierce and AJ Brown, like we did a draft the other night where AJ Brown went higher than JT.
Yeah, no. I was just asking, but I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, and so like here, take a look at this draft here. Where did AJ Brown go? AJ Brown went 16 overall. JT went 12. You know, you can't throw in like, and I know Pierce fell pretty far in this one. Where did Pierce go? He went in the 4th round. Why? Why did I let him fall? Because I already had a running back. That's a steal. Look at Najee falling to 52. Woo! Wow. That's crazy. Najee went 52 in this draft.
Well, okay. Maybe I'll try to. If I can't get anything done with him, maybe I'll go after Kamara.
Well, I mean,
what do you feel about Alvin Cook?
He's a big risk, bro. I mean, he's got a mangled shoulder. He's got a mangled. He's like what's his name from Lethal Weapon? What's the guy's name from Lethal Weapon? Riggs. Riggs has his shoulder separate all the time. Dalvin Cook's like Riggs, bro. His shoulder's always out of socket. I don't know.
That's true.
And he's wearing that flak jacket too.
Right.
It's like, imagine duct taping your arm like in a place where, you know, the jacket's keeping it tight. Like he's not as functional with that thing, and it take one hard hit and he's done. He's toast. I need to focus on this draft. Alex, hold on one second. I don't even know if I have a backup tight end. I'm going to get rocked in week 14, but I'm tempted to try this out. I'm tempted to just see what happens. I'm going to get rocked in week 14, but will I have a big enough lead that it won't matter? I don't know. All right, bro. Anything else?
No, man. I'm not trying to
Go after.
I'll hit you.
Wait, what's your team real quick? Give me your team real quick.
It's Burrow and Chase and AJ Brown, Swift, Dylan, Pierce, Firemouth, Metcalf, Pollard, and Walker.
So you have Dylan, Pierce, Jamar Chase, AJB, Metcalf, Fryer. I mean, it's a pretty good team, bro.
I know, I'm 2-2 though.
And you got Swift, you said?
It is a good team, right? I know.
You got Swift as
Well,
well?
unlucky.
Do you got Jamal Williams?
Who?
Jamal Williams?
No, unfortunately not.
Man, that would have been your saving grace. Then you could just sit back.
That's probably undefeated if I had him.
Yeah, man. You got to back up your boys, bro.
2-2.
Look, you've got a really good team. You don't necessarily need to make a trade. But I would say, is Metcalf in your lineup or is he on your bench?
He's in my lineup. He'd be out of my lineup if Swift was in, though.
Okay. So you can kind of afford to. So like okay, here's what I do. If hold on one second. Let me see if I can draft another quarterback real quick. Oh my god. Let's go RB. I'm gonna time out here. I timed out. Who'd they grab? They gave me Matt Ryan. Oh god.
Oh, I called you to time out. Sorry.
That's right, bro.
Oh.
That's right, Alex. I opened the phone line. There's no one left, man. This is garbage anyway. I don't even know what I'm gonna do here. I'm timing out again. Jordan Mason, I guess, just in case. Okay, so go to the board real quick. So the only thing I'm doing if I'm you, bro, the only thing is if you're gonna take Pierce, or Dylan, one of your bench spots, okay? You're taking one of your bench spots. Let's call it Dylan. I like Dylan a lot, but let's try and keep Pierce. Pierce is the player I like better of the two. You take him with your soon-to-be bench player when Swift comes back. That's Metcalf. This is the only trade I would do if I'm you, is Dylan and Metcalf for one better player. Don't focus on a single individual player. Go target a bunch of different players, and when you get an accept, you get an accept. So whether that's going and getting Diggs, let's just go to the top of this draft. Let's just go. Cooper Kupp, Justin Jefferson, Diggs. You're probably not going to get any of these guys. You already got Chase. Barkley, you're probably not getting Barkley, but you take your shot. You take your shot at Devontae Adams. You take your shot at Christian McCaffrey. You take your shot at Tyreek Hill. At some point, you're going to get to a point where it's not going to be worth it. Jonathan Taylor, you take your shot at Jonathan Taylor. You take your shot at Kelsey or Andrews, even though you have Moose. I would maybe I'd trade Muth and Metcalf or Muth and Dillon for Andrews. I'd try that. Maybe I don't go the exact package, but that's the only variation I'd do. Then, Eckler. I trade Dillon and Metcalf for Eckler. And then at that point, you start getting into a dangerous territory. Chubb. Dillon and Metcalf for Chubb. Chubb just went 19 overall. He's getting disrespected. Maybe Henry.
Yeah.
Then past that, once you get to the third round area, I don't think I make a move. Maybe I do Aaron Jones. Maybe, but I don't. I'd probably rather have Dillon and Metcalf. I don't know. Your team's fired. You don't have to do anything. Trade Metcalf and Dillon.
What about Debo? Debo wouldn't be enough.
I don't think Debo's I suppose Debo's enough, but it's a little bit of a gamble because, look, Metcalf is balling too, and I know he may not be consistent, but Dillon, I think, is a wild card. Yeah. So I'm okay with Debo. If you want to go Debo, I'm okay with Debo. That's not horrible.
Right. Just because, I also have, I still have some depth. I still have, Pollard and, Walker, if they start doing good, on the bench. But all right.
All right, bro. Appreciate you. Later.
Yeah, bye.
Okay, let's go over this draft real quick. Cooper Kupp went 1. Justin Jefferson went 2. Stephon Diggs went 3. This is a best ball week 6 through 17 only draft. This doesn't incorporate weeks 1 through 5 at all. It's week 6 through 17 only. Best ball. Lineups are set for you. Optimal lineups by the system. Who scores the most gets into your lineup. It's 1 QB, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 1 flex, 1 tight end. And it's optimal scoring. You don't have to decide. You could draft 2 quarterbacks. It's a 1 QB league, but you could draft 2 quarterbacks and it decides which quarterback to start for you each week. Week 6 through 17 only. Again, Cooper Kupp went 1. Justin Jefferson went 2. Stephon Diggs, Jamar Chase, Saquon Barkley 5. Devontae Adams, Josh Allen, Christian McCaffrey 8. Jalen Hurts, Tyreek Hill, Lamar Jackson 11. Jonathan Taylor 12. 13. Travis Kelce, 14, Mark Andrews, 15, Eckler, A.J. Brown, Debo, Amon-Ra, Nick Chubb, 20 was Mahomes, T. Higgins, Derrick Henry, Joe Mixon, CeeDee Lamb, 24, Evans, 25, DeAndre Swift, DeAndre Hopkins, I was crazy early, at 27, pick 3 in round 3, Jalen Waddle at 28, Aaron Jones, Justin Herbert, Breece Hall, Kyler Murray, Christian Kirk, Chris Godwin, Mike Williams. Chris Godwin going extremely high. Their daddy. Yo, baby's daddy. Took Godwin extremely high. I don't. That's so early. That's not a great pick. I don't know if that's one of ours, but that's really early. Mike Williams, 35 overall, and the last pick in round 3, Alvin Kamara. Michael Pittman at 37, Dalvin Cook, Hollywood Brown, Damian Pierce, number 40, Keenan Allen, Olave, Drake, Sutton, Joe Burrow, J.K. Dobbins, James Robinson, and the last pick in round 4 at number 48 overall, Leonard Fournette. Top of round 5, Miles Sanders, Michael Thomas, Amari Cooper, Najee Harris, number 52, right about the middle of round 5. DK Metcalf, still very good value there. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, A.J. Dillon, Josh Jacobs, Romeo Doubs, Waller, Gabe Davis, and Scary Terry McLaurin to round out round 5. Top of round 6, Tom Brady, Devontae Smith, Deontay Johnson, Brandon Cooks. Look at this. This draft is crazy. Not that it's different than what should be, floating around out there. It's just crazy to see the differences. We're 4 weeks through in one game. 4 weeks in one game. We haven't even seen week 5 play out yet. And the stark difference between what we were looking at in August and September and what we're looking at here is just crazy different. I mean, to see Najee Harris at, what pick was that? Najee was at, what was it, 40, 50? What was it? 52 overall. Right in the middle of this board. Right smack in the middle of this board. Najee Harris, number 52 overall. That is in the middle of round 5. That is unbelievable. I'm not saying it's crazy. I'm just saying it is what it is. Conklin, what's your team name? James, number 9 overall. So James took Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk's a little high for me, James, in the 3rd round. I know he's playing great, and you can't take weeks 1 through 5 with you into this draft. It's weeks 6 through 17 only. I think it's a little high. I'm not saying he can't earn that. I just don't know about Kirk in the 3rd round for me. Dameon Pierce was a steal that late at 40 overall, bro. I like the team. Dobbs, Cooks, Stevenson. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. It's great. These are all very well-rounded teams because right now it's still a bit crazy. I think Cyber Potato has a really good team with Chase, T. Higgins, Jalen Waddle, Joe Burrow, Najee Harris, Kareem Hunt. This is where I think I might try and take advantage of doing draft after draft after draft. They're $10 each. Again, the prize money's in the, what is it? What I say it was $100K for first. I think I would draft. I'd try and get this 3, 4, or 5 spot, and I think I would try and go Jamar, T. Higgins, Waddle, that type of wide receiver trio. I said I wouldn't earlier, but seeing that he got Najee Harris, like getting Najee Harris, Kareem Hunt, Khalil Herbert, Elijah Mitchell, this is the best team on the board in my opinion. Because you'd have to do a bunch of the drafts over and over to get it to fall right. But if it falls right like this and Najee's there and Joe Burrow's still there and you still get Kareem Hunt, you still get Mitchell, you still get Khalil Herbert, you still get Everett down later as a tight end. This fell just perfectly. I don't know if Cyber Potato's in here. Yeah, he's in here. Nice job. That was a really good draft. That was a good mixture of great execution and the draft falling perfectly for you. I think you could do this draft again and you wouldn't land that team, but once every 5 times or once every 8 times or once every 10, who knows what the odds are. But you having fall with Burrow and all those pieces, that's the best team. What's up? You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Jordan.
Jordan, what's up, my man? What can I do for you?
Yeah, I just wanted to run some trade ideas by you since I have Pitts and he's he's injured right now and they're saying he's trending to not playing.
Yeah.
And so, so I was thinking, should I trade for Njoku because the guy who has him is on his bench and he's actually lacking at running back and I actually have a lot of running back depth. So I was thinking, I'll just tell you my running backs: Dalvin Cook, Jamal Williams, Jeff Wilson Jr., Dameon Pierce, Ramondre Stevenson, and ETN. So I was thinking, since Jamal, Swift is coming back, and I was thinking I could put him together with Jeff Wilson and maybe like Elijah Moore or Romeo Doubs and trade for Njoku and then maybe take a Dylan back with that.
Who are you going to get back, though? Because, Njoku, to me, I don't know that I love Njoku, bro, for trading any of these pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even ETN, even as much as people hate him right now, I'd rather hold him than trade for Njoku. You have Pitts, and who else do you have, though?
I don't have a backup tight end, so the only thing on waivers is Dawson Knox is hurt right now, and Irv Smith. It's really razor thin.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I'd rather hold. It's not horrible to trade. I just don't trade Jamal for Njoku. I would go to the Swift owner and hold Jamal over his head. You say, look, I'm not trading you Swift for anything. just trying to get something big. But I don't think. Later, James. Appreciate you. Nice job with the Pierce draft. The Pierce drafting. I don't think I trade anything for Njoku. First of all, what did Njoku do last week?
I'll tell you right now.
Let me pull up Njoku.
He had
look at his game log.
9 points. He had 7 targets. The week before, he had 10 targets and had 23 points. And then the week before that, he had 6 points.
5
and
for
5
73. 5 for 73. He's okay. I like Njoku, bro, but I just don't. I don't know. I'd much
I just don't
rather.
know who else I could trade for.
I'd much
trading any other tight end. And he's on the bench.
I'd much rather pick up like Irv Smith for a week, or I don't know how you can pick up Knox and then still survive the week, because if Knox isn't playing, then how are you going to do that? Is Knox ruled out officially?
No, they haven't ruled him out yet.
Yeah.
But I would just my thinking is that I want to get rid of Jeff Wilson before, a little before Mitchell comes back, and then Jamal before Swift comes back.
I hear you.
Right now they're riding pretty high.
I hear you, but I don't know that Njoku's the guy. I don't know. He's okay. If you want, I wouldn't do Jamal. If you want to trade, I'm not giving up Jeff Wilson. I don't think ETN will even get it done. He'll probably say no to ETN.
No. My trade idea was I'll take Dylan and the Njoku from him, and I'll give him Jamal
Dylan.
Williams.
I
Wilson,
asked you who,
and then maybe a Dubs.
I thought I asked you who, and you didn't say Dylan back on. Okay, so you're getting Dylan and Njoku.
And then I could give him Jamal, Jeff Wilson, and then probably Romeo Dubs.
Yeah. So, Jamal and Dubs. Okay.
Sure.
I do that. Yeah. I'm
and
sorry.
my other running backs are Ramondre Stevenson.
I didn't hear you say Dylan.
Cook.
I didn't hear you say Dylan. I tried to get you to repeat it, and I didn't hear you say Dylan. So, yeah, I do that. Go get Dylan.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
And the last question is, I have a CD, so I was thinking, do you think I should do CD and Jamal Williams for Jamar Chase?
Yes.
All right, so yeah, I think I'm gonna try to send that and see if he accepts it. But...
All right, bro. Appreciate you.
All right, thank you.
Later.
Hey, Smitty, what's up, my guy?
What's up, Umberger?
How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. What do you got for me?
I made a huge trade. I traded 2 QB league. I traded Diggs, Josh Allen, Pollard, Peoples-Jones for Garoppolo, McCaffrey, Barkley.
You got slow down for me. Say it one more time. By the way, G Money, I see your super chat. I appreciate you. I'm going to answer your question here in 1 second. G Money, appreciate you, my man. Albert, I think I got to Albert's. If not, I'm going to put Albert's right here. And then let's see if I can grab this other super chat. Fane, I appreciate your super chat. Okay, Umberger, spit your team at me one more time. Go a little bit faster, but not super slow.
Quick, brother.
Go.
All right, 2 QB league. I traded Stephon Diggs, Josh Allen, Tony Pollard, Donovan Peoples-Jones for Daniel Jones, George Pickens, Barkley, and McCaffrey. What do you think?
CMC, Barkley, and Danny Dimes.
Excuse me?
You traded Diggs, Josh Allen for Barkley, CMC, and Danny Dimes?
Yeah, and George Pickens. And I traded Pollard to him, so he got Pollard. I got Pickens, Daniel Jones, Barkley, McCaffrey.
What do you guys think?
I flipped Pickens for Singletary.
Oh, in Dynasty?
Yeah. Oh no. This is redraft.
This is redraft. Okay. I still would have kept Pickens. I like Pickens, but
over Singletary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was tough.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it, but I would rather Pickens, man. Yeah.
Okay, what about the first batch of trades, though?
Diggs,
you like that one?
Allen, Pollard for who's your quarterback now? Don't tell me it's Danny Dimes.
It's a 2 QB. I got Goff and Daniel Jones and Garoppolo. So I took a big shot on that, but my RBs went from 0 to 100.
I have to say, man, don't get mad at me on Burger. You didn't bring this to me yet, but in a 2 QB league, Allen and Diggs outweighs Barkley, CMC, and Danny Dimes. Just because, I mean, Diggs is so, Diggs is, if you just look at Diggs versus CMC and Barkley alone, Barkley probably gets drafted before Diggs, right? But look right here. Look at this.
Yeah.
In this draft right here, we just did. Diggs went 3, Barkley went 5. They're super close. Let me get the super chats out of the way. So, I mean, you could argue, everybody could argue Barkley's the number 1, Barkley's the number 2. Diggs went 3 here, Barkley went 5 in this draft we just did. So, you could say the advantage is slightly in favor of Barkley, sure, whatever. But CMC versus Josh Allen in a 2 QB league. Josh Allen crushes him. Josh Allen's the number one probably overall pick in a super flex. So I mean, I think you could still win. Like a Barkley and CMC both ball out, you could be okay. But like I wouldn't have done that trade. I'm just being honest.
Yeah, well, thanks for your honesty, man. Yeah, I was using the Fantasy Pros analyzer there. It was put me up like 10% or something. And I was like, oh fuck, like tried to turn that down, and I wasn't really, I was thinking like you, Dana, like Damn Allen's just so consistent, and Diggs, like that stacker there is going to be like 40 points, 50 points a week, right?
Yeah.
All week, like all year long. So,
all
right, man, thanks for your feedback.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I wish I just don't ever want to lie to you. I'm just shooting you straight. Like this is the 1.01 Josh Allen in a super flex. This is Diggs probably isn't a first rounder because you're talking about quarterbacks getting tossed in, but he's the closest thing to like him, JJ and Cup are the closest thing to first round talent in a super flex draft. So you technically have
for sure.
like a top, I don't know, even in a super flex you have a top 12 player potentially right here in Diggs. This right here, Barkley, he's probably around the same, so we'll call him top 10 to 12. But CMC, probably. And where does CMC go? Like in this draft, he went 8. But in a super flex, he'd probably go like at 17, 18, 19, 20, something like that. It's not like you got crushed, but I don't think you won. But
okay, well, let me go over my starting lineup real quick, and then like you see how like.
I mean, it's not going to change
it.
Daniel
Jones.
Yeah, hold on. It's not going to change it. It wouldn't look better if you left it alone, but maybe I still love it. So yeah, go ahead, Daniel Jones.
Okay, so yeah, it's just a deeper, like you get like 3, 4, it's like 7, 8 different position players. So
okay, go ahead.
That depth is kind of has advantage. Anyways, it's Daniel Jones, Barkley, McCaffrey, Garrett Wilson, Lazard, Renfro, Davis or Mark Andrews, and Singletary, Penny, and then I got Goff as my second QB. So, I mean, some people say they like it, but I guess we'll see how it plays out, right? So. Yeah,
I mean, you got two amazing running backs. Your number one wide receiver is Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, and I got that Pierce guy too for Indiana. I didn't play him this week, but I got on the bench, so he might be.
Yeah, I mean, I like this team, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to rub salt in the wound. I'm just trying to analyze it for you. Take Danny Dimes out.
Yeah.
Take these two guys out right here. Who would have been your starting wide receiver or running backs if you didn't do that trade? Who were your?
Yeah, it would have been Penny and Mozart.
Oh, what happened? Who'd you lose? Javante?
Who'd I lose?
Yeah.
I traded some guys. Like I traded for Diggs. I traded Pierce and the guy for Damon Harris for Diggs. I traded that, and then.
So this is what your team was.
Yeah.
I mean, that would have been tough sledding, but at least you had Diggs, Andrews, and Allen. That's like a tripod-ish type of group. I still like your I mean, look, you move pieces around a little bit. We'll see how it plays out. I don't think it was the worst trade ever, but I wouldn't have done it. But hey, bring it to me next time, and we'll do a group. We'll get a group vote on it. You know what I mean? Like not just for my take, but for everybody's take in here.
Yeah. Okay. Cool, man. Yeah, do a group vote on that's cool. All right. Appreciate all your advice and how hours you spend on helping everyone out.
Yeah, man. Everything good. Everything good with you, Umberger. You're a legend here from the beginning. People love when you call in, and everything's good for you, right?
Oh man, I'll tell the fans right now that Smitty's been doing this for a number of years now. He was on the radio for what was it for NBC? What was the radio station? Was it?
It was NBC? On NBC and CBS. It bounced back and forth.
CBS, yeah. So Smitty's been doing this for a while, and I've been following for about 4 or 5 years now. And so it's been. I tell you what, man, I don't see no one put as much hours in. At least with all that and the social media stuff you do on Instagram and all those posts, like, how many hours do you put in a day? 12, 14-hour days?
Oh, more than that. I'd say like 15 to 18.
Yeah. Yeah, you're crazy, man. All right, man. Yeah,
all right,
thanks
bro.
a lot. Hey, I was gonna say, I got a business thing I got going. I'll once you get closer to the launch, I'll hit you up, and then maybe we can discuss some, some promotion or something,
All right, Umberger, appreciate you. Later, pal. Umberger, the man, he just hangs up. He does exit in funny fashion. Okay. What do we got? Are we still talking about the game in the chat? There are a few of you that just are going back and forth. Let me just tell you something. Let me give you my opinion on this game. I don't know what side you guys, are thinking that I'm on. Denver looks awful. Denver looks like the worst. I don't want to say it's the worst team because it's got a lot of talent on it. But this is the worst run offense, and this coaching staff is a debacle. The kid, the stopwatch kid they probably hired, to manage the game, the actual clock. Probably some intern with a handheld stopwatch. That kid could probably coach better than Hackett. Hackett is a horrible coach. Worst coach in the NFL. If Nagy and Adam Gase had a baby, it would be Nathaniel Hackett. You're live on the show. Who am I talking to?
Hey, it's Malik Smitty.
What's up, Malik? What can I do for you?
Hey, I got a question. I feel like I got a pretty solid team. I'm 3-1 right now, but I don't like my running backs. I got James Robinson and Najee Harris.
Okay. Hit me with your what's the question? I'm sorry.
Do you feel like I should trade maybe Jamar Chase or Amon St. Brown to upgrade my running back position?
Let's put your thing on the board. 1 second. Let me re-enable this here. Hold on 1 second. This was by the way, according to the Underdog software, it is ranking your boy Smitty with the highest ranked team in the entire draft. That's pretty impressive there. That's the second draft in a row I've done where I've been ranked first. I usually am not ranked first because I try and pick those guys kind of ahead of the curve, undervalued guys. But looks like Team Sure 2000 was right behind me, 2097.9 projected points. I'm giving 2098.8. So that's interesting. And for anybody that missed what squad I picked, it was Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers. I got auto picked on Matt Ryan. I didn't want that. JT, Kamara, Raheem Mostert, Gainwell, Jalen Warren, Jordan Mason, Pittman, McLaurin, Mooney, Elijah Moore, Allen Robinson, Burks, who's injured, right? But and then Travis Kelce, Mo Ali Cox. Interesting squad, ranked first, but who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? Okay, I'm sorry. Who am I speaking to again? You said Malik, right?
Yep, that's Malik.
All right, Malik, hit me with your team. Let me just move everything around. Then I got G Money's super chat I got to get to. G Money, I'm coming, bro. Please bear with me 1 second.
All right, so my quarterback, I got Lamar right now. Then I got James Robinson, Najee Harris, Gabriel Davis, Jamar Chase, Conklin, and Dalton Schultz.
Okay.
And then I got Olave, and then I got Michael Gallup, and then I have Algier. Then I got ETN, and I got Pachenko and Kenneth Walker. And St. Brown.
So you just want trade ideas?
Yeah, for maybe who should I give up to go out there and get a running back?
Okay, so let me write this down here, Chase, because you went fast. Chase, give me your wide receivers first.
The Sun God, St. Brown, Jamar Chase, Gabriel Davis, and Olave.
Okay, and your running backs?
ETN, Najee Harris, James Robinson, Algier, and Pachenko, and Kenneth Walker.
ETN, and then your quarterback and tight end?
I got Lamar, and then I got Conklin and Dalton Schultz.
Lamar, Conklin. Okay, so I'm probably trying to trade if I'm you. First of all, I love these two wide receivers. I don't think I'm breaking them up. I don't think I'm trading Lamar. I suppose if I had to make a move, it actually might be Lamar that I would consider trading, only because I'm not thinking you're going to get enough for anybody else. He's the only guy that has true sell high value.
Yeah, that's kind of the issue I'm running into right now.
Yeah, I think Olave is probably your best bet to trade, maybe. Najee.
Okay.
What if you traded? Who could you get? Do you think you could get Pierce for Olave?
I don't know. Pierce it's kind of funny because I just lost to the number 1 person in my league. It's my cousin, so he has him, and he's kind of an asshole. So I don't know. It might be tough.
Do you have the rosters in front of you?
Yeah, I got him right now.
All right, who has what running backs does the Pittman owner have?
I think they have. Let me see.
And are you looking for an RB?
JT.
Are you looking for an RB?
Yeah.
Okay. He's got JT.
They got JT, Damian Harris, Josh Jacobs, and Michael Carter.
What about Najee?
And they're 1 and 3.
What about Najee and Olave for JT and Pittman?
Yeah, I like that side of the trade with JT and Pittman on it. I'll take that.
I mean, it doesn't really do anything. It doesn't really solve anything in terms of your depth, but it gives you a much better running back one potential guy. And
that's what I was wanting.
And yeah, I mean, then you got Chase. I mean, take that to the promised land, bro. And I like Pittman enough.
I'm pretty sure I can. I'm not saying I can't win my league like this, but I just want a more solidified running back one, really.
Yeah, I like this idea, man. And if you got to give up more, like you said, you had Kenneth Walker. Who else on the bench?
Kenneth Walker, Pachenko, and Etienne.
Yeah, man. I'd try and get this done. You know.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Smith.
Yeah. See if you can, and if you can't do that, Olave for Mixon. You know, like you could try something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
Vamp says Najee and Olave for JT and Pittman won't go through. I don't know, man. There's a lot of people that just don't think JT's going to do it.
And the JT owner is 1 and 3 right now, so if they lose another week, I don't know.
What if to avoid it getting vetoed? Who are his other receivers?
They have. Let me see.
And did he
Chris
have
Godwin, Mike Williams,
Godwin,
and Nico Collins and Robert Woods.
and is he? Who's other? Does he have? Did you say is AJ Dillon?
No, AJ Dillon. Oh no, I didn't see who had that.
I mean, you could try and get. I mean, Najee and Olave for JT alone is something I'd consider, but yeah, I want you to get something else.
Yeah, I'll just throw like a random player in there because I'm really just in it for JT.
Yeah, I mean, you could try it for adding in Pittman, but maybe you throw in Gabe Davis as well and get Pittman. So Olave, Gabe Davis, and Najee for JT and Pittman. I mean, that could maybe work.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
All right, bro. Appreciate your calling.
All right,
Later. Okay. G Money, you still here, bro? Quick question: trade away Hollywood for CEH. Yes, I would take CEH, but let's get the chat to vote on this because I made you wait, bro. So I want you to get the star treatment here, guys. Can you please vote in the chat for G Money? Would you rather have CEH or Hollywood Brown? If you need a running back, I would take CEH. I think it's very, very solid. That's a very, very solid move. I don't think that's bad at all. I think that's a very, very good deal for you. Let's see if he needs a running back. Vamp. Oh, Terry's out of here. Terry, appreciate you. Okay, G Money's still here. So, guys, please vote for this. All good. Thanks. Appreciate you, G Money. CEH, even whatever the position you need. I think it's even Steven as well. So if you need a running back, then CEH. If you need a wide receiver, I would go Hollywood, but you need a running back. So you got almost a unanimous vote of CEH. A couple Hollywoods are coming in, but definitely believe that's the smartest move for you, bro. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Jacob. How you doing, man?
I'm good, Jacob. What can I do for you, man?
Hey, I got a couple questions. I was wondering about like a trade.
You don't say.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I do.
You don't say. Hey, Smitty, you know what my favorite one is? I'm sorry, what did you say your name was?
Jacob.
Jacob, I remember. You ought to see me with Miss Smitty. She'll tell me something like 4 seconds later. I won't remember it. It's not because I'm a dumb person. It's that I have so much information overload. You have no idea how my brain is. Like, imagine my brain like a large bowl on a kitchen counter, okay? And people throwing just buckets of water into it. And it's just, the water's going in and about half of it's, someone's like dumping it from 2 feet high into it. And it's water's going in and half of it's going straight out. And someone dumps another bucket in. Like, I have so much information coming at me. It's not my brain's fault. It just spills right out. So I apologize. I've literally had someone on the phone before, and I've gone on a tangent, and I've looked up, and they're still on the phone on hold. I'm like, oh, bro, I'm sorry. So hit me with your question. I apologize.
Yeah, I was wondering what I could trade for Breece Hall or Jamar Chase.
So you want to acquire Jamar Chase? You want to give up Breece Hall?
No. I want to trade pieces for them.
Oh. Okay. So give me your team.
All right. I got Justin Herbert, CMC, Joe Mixon, Courtland Sutton, George Pickens, Gerald Everett, Melvin Gordon, Alan Lazard, Rashad White, Brandon Cooks, Robert Tonyan, Dobbs, JT, and Odell Beckham Jr.
All right, you left out I was wondering what had happened to your team, but you have JT. Okay.
Yeah, he's just down to IR, so I'm just going straight down.
Okay. So I'm keeping JT. I'm probably trying. I mean, if you're trying to trade one player, I would try and trade JT for Hollins and Chase. I mean, I'd take that, I suppose. But I like the idea of you keeping JT. Mixon, I don't mind keeping CMC. Mixon and Sutton are 2 players that I'm trying to trade away. I don't think you get Chase and Hall for that. I believe you could probably trade Mixon and Sutton for just Jamar Chase. I believe you could trade Sutton and Melvin, although I don't know if Melvin's got any value anymore. It might have been better to trade it before that game.
Yeah, got him in the JT trade. I mean, I gave up a Hall.
What'd you give up?
Oh, dude, you don't even want to know.
Hold on, let me get my hold on. Let me get my take a lab button ready. Okay. I got it ready. Go ahead.
All right. I got I drafted Saquon in the 3rd round. And I traded him after the 2nd week. It was Saquon, A.J. Dillon, and Drake London for JT and Melvin Gordon.
I'm not going to hit a button on that. I mean, you didn't know at that time. And on top of that, like JT, I know everyone's ready to write JT off and say that like Barkley's so much, like, of course we're drafting Barkley over JT right now. But is there a world where JT takes back over the role? Yes. There's a world where JT takes, like, from this moment on, JT could be better than Saquon Barkley. So people need to calm down about how They think they know what is right now and what will be for the remainder of the season. That's not the worst trade in the world. I will say I would rather have I like Dylan a lot right now.
Well,
he's undervalued.
Well, what happened was we agreed upon Saquon and Drake London, and then our league vetoed it and said I had to give up a little bit more. And for me to give up a little bit more, I would have to take another running back.
So the league forced
in retrospect.
The league forced you to give up more. The league forced you to give up more.
Yeah.
Stupid.
They're kind of stuck with like, oh, he's the first overall pick.
Yeah. Who are they to decide?
What'd you say?
So who? Why does the commissioner get to decide this? What he values is.
Well, I mean, it was a collective group of everyone.
Yeah. Well.
But. Yeah. No. I mean, in retrospect, it kind of worked out because, sadly to say, Javonte went down. So now I got a starting running back. So
yeah, but that's dumb that they made you give up more. They made you give up more, and like looking back, they made a mistake. Does anybody take any accountability for does the commissioner? Does anybody look at that and say, hey, you forced me to give up more. You forced me to make my team better because you thought that JT was way better, and then now look at me what happens to you? How does that get right-sized? If people are able to get Alvin Kamara subbed out of their lineup for a backup running back because they were sleeping during the London games, and I was one of them, then you should be able to get recourse on your trade that someone made you give up an extra AJ Dillon or something.
Yeah, that's
ridiculous.
I mean, this league's super active, but
well,
it's I don't know. I want to hold on to Cortland Sutton because I know down the line he has a decent schedule, but Jamar Chase is about to pop off, and I'm thinking that
So, real quickly, let's shorten this up because I got to jump to the next caller. I'm gonna say Mixon and Sutton for Jamar Chase. Boom, I do that. Sutton and Melvin, Sutton and Cooks. Pickens and Sutton for just Breece Hall. Of course, I do that. I don't see him giving you Hall and Chase unless you give up JT. And I guess I would do that. CMC for Hall and Chase, I would do that. If you got to give up a Dobbs or a Brandon Cooks, I would do that. CMC for Hall.
I mean, I would, but the guy's kind of a stickler. He kind of always wants to trade in his favor, but I mean, I could pick his brain a little bit, but I doubt he'll go for that.
Yeah. All right, man. Appreciate you.
All right, bro.
Later.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I'm about, my brain's fried. 287 people in here. Only 135 thumbs up. Punch that button for me. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Mitty.
What's up, man?
All right, I've traded my way into a beast, and no one wants to trade with me anymore. And when Javonte went down, I'm kind of screwed on running backs. I got DeAndre too. I can't figure. Should I be panicking or should I ride it out? Because I have my team is ridiculous.
Give it to me.
All right, let me pull it up. All right, my quarterbacks are Jalen Hurts and Goff. Running backs are Melvin Gordon, McCaffrey, ETN, DeAndre Swift, and I just lost Javonte. My receivers are AJ Brown, Justin Jefferson, Deebo Samuel, Mike Evans, and CeeDee Lamb. Tight ends, Kittle and Goddard. It's a 10-man PPR. And nobody wants to trade with me no more. I mean, I'm scoring 160, 170 a week.
So what's the problem? What's the problem then? How are you in trouble?
I don't have any running backs. I got CMC.
Well, I mean,
and DeAndre's out for another 2 weeks.
Yeah, but you're still blasting everybody. So how are you in a bind? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna trade away one of the? You're just gonna plug. Here's your ship, bro.
I got Mike Evans and CeeDee on the bench every week.
but no one, like, these guys are acting like they have no value.
You can only start
because I have them benched.
So you can only start 3 wide receivers.
Yeah.
Well, your bye weeks are coming up, and that's going to save you. But you fill in one hole. You're just going to create 2 other holes in your ship, which won't go down. Your boat is fine. It's going to stay afloat the entire way. And I think that everybody, I don't know if maybe you got to overpay a little bit, but somebody's going to make a trade with you that needs an overpayment. Like, you're going to give them overpayment, they're going to make a deal. But if I'm you, I'm probably going after, if you use Lamb, you could go after a Pierce, which would be a little bit of overpayment. You could go after a Hall and something, which would be a little bit of a overpayment depending on what the something is. But there's no way someone's not going to give you something like that for Lamb. You know, like you couldn't get a Pittman and like an AJ Dillon for Lamb.
Should I do that though? I don't like AJ though.
Well, it sounds.
I mean, I don't think he's enough.
Well, I mean, you don't have an ability to use Lamb on the regular, and Pittman and Dillon would be something for Lamb that could help you. But I mean, try going after Pierce, try going after Hall, try going after Kamara, try going after Mixon. Mixon's pretty undervalued right now. You could do Lamb for Mixon pretty easily. And I don't even know. I've
already tried. I've tried Mike Evans.
Well,
I've tried Mike Evans and Lamb for Mixon.
Yeah, I mean, what about Jamal Williams? You can't get Jamal Williams and a player for CeeDee Lamb and make sure you get a really good player back. But is it a 2Q?
What's funny? I had him. He was a part of my earlier trades.
Why'd you trade him away when you had Swift?
I killed these trades to throw in the deal to make them happy.
Yeah. Well, all I'm saying, bro, is you're fine. I mean, if you answer your own question, you're scoring 160 a week. You're blowing everybody out of the water, and you don't have a running back. So like, I wouldn't worry about it. Work the waiver wire the best you can.
Now DeAndre will be back.
Well, I mean, what's out there?
I already started Gordon this week, so if I can get through 2 more weeks.
Yeah,
I can't get no one to trade me though. They're undervaluing my bench. Like they have the same receiver. They don't have. I mean, most of these guys don't have a Mike Evans and a CeeDee Lamb.
Well,
in the first place, but they won't make the trade with me just because everyone just dogs everybody every time they trade.
Don't be so quick to be like, okay, I'm just going to sell one of these guys, because your ability to get through the bye weeks with Evans and Lamb on your bench, you're gonna pass everybody even further.
Week 7 is gonna hit me hard. I mean, I'm 3-1. Really, I fucking laid an egg in week 2 or something. But
language. All right, bro.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yep.
All right, bro. Appreciate you.
All right, thanks for
later.
Yep.
You guys can't stop with that. It's filthy mouths on you guys. Get on a show. 9 grandmas is right, Frake. He's playing with 9 grandmas. Dude has no starting running backs. I mean, CMC's a starting running back. What are you talking about? Unreal squad. The guy's worried. He's saying I'm freaking out. I've heard him say 2 things. I'm blasting everybody and I'm freaking out. He's got a monster squad. Absolute monster squad. Okay, last caller of the day. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
What's up, man?
Who is this?
Yeah, so I got a question. I just want to know, like, moves like...
Hello?
Hello?
You're live. What's up?
Hey, what's up, man? I just got a question. I just want to know, like, what's some moves that I should make, or should I just keep my team and just stuck it out? I just want to, I'm in, like, the middle of the pack, but I'm 3-1, and I want to just get over the hump, but my squad is pretty straight. Just sometimes my receivers, like, underperform a little bit.
All right, hit me with it.
All right, my team is, I got Joe Burrow, I got Gabriel Davis. I got Duvernay, DJ Moore, Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb, Tyler Higbee, Gerald Everett is my flex. I got Robbie Gould and San Fran defense. And then on my bench, I got Josh Palmer, Tyler Boyd, Allen Robinson II, Christian Watson, Ryan Tannehill, Lutz, and Cincinnati defense.
So you got Burrow, Chubb, Henry, and what other? Who else are your running backs? Chubb and Henry, and who?
It's just Chubb and Henry is my starting running back.
Okay, your starting wide receivers are DJ Moore, Gabe Davis, and who?
DJ Moore, Gabe Davis, and Devin Duvernay.
The Duve. Okay. And your tight end you said was who? Kittle?
I have two tight ends. It's Tyler Higbee and Gerald Everett in the flex.
Um,
12-man PPR.
Yeah.
Like any trades that I can make on my squad to like get over that hump, to like dominate.
I'll be honest, bro. I don't know that you're getting out of this without making a trade.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, fuck. Oh, excuse my language.
You guys can't stop it. You guys can't stop it, can you? You just have to come in and drop the F-bombs.
I do apologize.
Chubb and Henry, I would probably trade Chubb. Henry's going to be tough to trade.
Yeah.
To get what you deserve to get out of it. I think people still worry about it. I would say still worry about him because he had a slow start. Chubb is flying high. Chubb, I would probably trade Chubb. Actually, you could try for Henry. So Chubb for, let's say I don't know if you have rosters in front of you, but look for a player like Kamara. So go to the Kamara owner.
Gotcha.
Who does the Kamara owner have at wide receiver?
He has Justin Jefferson, Brandon Cooks, and Michael Pittman.
So Pittman and Kamara for
Nick Chubb or Derrick Henry.
I don't know. I feel like I wish he had a little bit better wide receiver.
Chubb is RB1. No, I'm like, I know he's not going to cough up Justin Jefferson. He's not going to.
Yeah.
And his QB is Jalen Hurts. So I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. Who does the JT owner have at wide receiver?
Mike Williams, Mike Evans, and Adam Thielen.
Do you think he
also has Saquon.
Do you think you could give up Chubb and DJ Moore for Mike Evans and JT? Or do you think he wouldn't do that?
Heck yeah. He might do that. Because JT is hurt, so he's going like undervalued right now. My league at least.
I'd try that, bro. Just go.
So JT and...
Yeah, JT and
Who's the other one? JT and Mike Evans?
JT and Evans, and you give up Chubb and DJ Moore. And if you got to give up like a Higbee or Everett, I would even throw that in, to be honest. But
everybody's trying to get my tight ends. My tight ends are scoring me like 18, 19
points. Yeah, I'd give up Henry too. Like I would give up Henry instead of Chubb if I could choose. I think I keep Chubb and I give up Henry. But try both. Try either one.
Got you. Hey, question for you, bro. Are you in AZ?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I just moved from AZ. I just moved from there like in March.
Yeah.
I miss it, man.
Yeah, it's gonna get cooler here. So it's been hot for a while, but it always gets cool right around the end of October. So where are you at now?
I'm in Charleston, South Carolina.
Okay, gotcha. All right, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man.
Call anytime. Later.
Take it easy, bro.
Bye. Yeah, it's not about like, it's not that I don't use foul language. Of course I do. It's about the monetization, my man. It's about the monetization. If anything opens up, New Book, are you still talking about the game? New Book, the Broncos, are you New Book, are you defending? Are you defending the Broncos? Anybody defending the Broncos right now? The Broncos look awful. ETN or Penny rest of season. Give me ETN later. Give me Penny for right now. But Penny's banged up. I hope Penny sits out and rests his body, and they get Kenneth Walker in there. Yeah, New Book. Chubb is very undervalued in our draft right now. Chubb went in the freaking where'd he go? Chubb went in the second round. It was crazy. I curse all the time, but I don't curse on my show because your monetization for the video can get taken away for that video if you have people coming in here dropping F-bombs. So that's why I ask you guys not to when you call. I'm talking when you're all about. Okay, sorry, New Book. You were going on and on about the Broncos, and I was just curious if you're still talking about it. Broncos look awful. You can talk about whatever you want anyway. I'm just kidding with you. Who here, raise your hand if you quit watching the game when it turned overtime. I couldn't deal with it. I definitely rewatched it. I fast forwarded through it. I kind of skipped, through the commercial or through the commercials and in between each snap. I'd fast forward to each snap. I did watch it back before I really knew what truly happened. But as soon as it went to overtime, it was like, no. All right, guys. I appreciate you all. I'm out of here. Oh, Pacheco, you still here? Starting lineup is Burrow, Mixon, J-Rob, CD, Curtis Samuel, and Njoku, Damian Pierce. Looking to trade for Higgins, but already have 2 Bengals. Bad idea. Game was so boring. It's not the best idea, probably, I suppose, but it's not the worst idea either. T. Brady 16, appreciate your super chat. I'd probably say with this team, if you're trying to get Higgins, you could, I suppose, give up. I don't know that I want to. Like, Mixon, I'd trade Mixon away. Mixon, J-Rob. J-Rob for Higgins. J-Rob and Curtis Samuel for Higgins, of course, but no one's going to give you that. CD for Higgins, it's arguable, but I think I'd probably rather have CD Lamb right now. Mixon for Higgins and like let's say he had Higgins and AJ Dillon. If he had Higgins and Breece Hall, I would trade Mixon and potentially James Robinson for a Breece Hall or Damian Pierce and Higgins. If he had either one of those, I'd go that direction. If I try and swap out James Robinson and Mixon for a wide receiver and running back, and that wide receiver being Higgins and that running back being AJ Dillon, Breece Hall, or Damian Pierce. Actually, a little lesser on the AJ Dillon. I like buying AJ Dillon a little bit cheaper. But Breece Hall and Damian Pierce with Higgins would get that done for me. Mixon and J-Rob. And then you have one less Bengal. You add a Bengal, you're good to go. You're good to go. Pacheco, hope you're still here. Pacheco, you here? Where's Pacheco at? Hopefully Pacheco's still here. Godwin or Devontae Smith, a better start this week? I'd say Godwin's safer. Devontae Smith is higher risk with a touch more reward. All right, broskies. Appreciate you all. Thank you for drafting with me. I will see you all tomorrow. I will go live. I go live whenever news breaks. I also go live at 7 p.m. Eastern every single Monday through Friday. So I will see you all later. Appreciate you all tuning in. I'm live whenever news breaks. I'm live 7 p.m. Eastern every single Monday through Friday. And I'm also live in the evenings, random graveyard live streams like this one. This one is not even accounted for in my whenever news breaks and in my 7 p.m. Eastern Monday through Friday. Nobody goes live more than your boy Smitty. This channel is always live. In fact, we should just stay live 24. I should just walk in when things are going on and just have the feed up constantly. Maybe we do that someday. Swift or Eckler. I like Swift and Eckler. I like Eckler a little bit more. Blackbeard, appreciate you. Had a super chat. Let me see. Let's see here. Sorry about that, buddy. 1 PPR, 2 and 2. Trade Mike Williams for Connor Stevenson. QBs Herbert, Eckler, Hall, Dillon, White, Diggs, CeeDee Lamb, Mike Williams, Olave, Cooks, Dobbs, Higgins, and Njoku. 2 and 2 PPR. Trade Mike Williams for Connor and Stevenson. I would probably take Connor and Stevenson. I don't trust Mike Williams for the long term. And then I try and flip Connor. The thing is, I don't love Connor. I don't love Mike. I like Mike Williams a little more than I like Connor. Like in terms of being, like Connor is always hurt. I just don't know that I trust him. But Mike Williams gets hurt. He gets inconsistent. I don't know. I don't love either one. I'm probably trying to trade either one. So I like Stevenson a little bit, but I don't know that I love this trade. You know, am I trying to get a Higgins instead of Mike Williams? And maybe you give up a little bit. Sure. Am I trying to get a Hall or a Pierce or someone like that over Mike Williams? I definitely am. Could you trade Connor and maybe Cooks for a little bit safer player? I probably do this trade because I think Connor has a little more trade value. Maybe Connor scores a touchdown, does pretty good in week number 5. And then once you get some value out of Connor, maybe you trade Connor and Cooks. Maybe Connor and Olave for a little bit bigger player. You know, Connor and Olave for Jamar Chase could end up working out. Then you got Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, and Diggs in there. I like those ideas. Appreciate your super chat. I don't know if I missed anybody else's super chat. Please let me know if I did before I jump out. T Brady 16, appreciate you. Just get it done, appreciate you. Thank you for that super chat, my man. Who else super chatted today? G Money, Albert Pacheco, and Fane. Appreciate you all. I will see you all tomorrow. If news breaks, I'll be live before 7 p.m. Eastern. If news doesn't break, I'll see you all at 7 p.m. Eastern. Deuces. Please punch that thumb up button on the way out the door. Thank you, Blackbeard, as usual. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Just Get It Done. Thank you to everybody in here, all the usual suspects, all the new suspects. Hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 15.2K. I have a feeling we could get to 15.2K before, if you guys that are watching that are not subscribe. We'll get there before I hit the end button. Just depends on if you guys want to actually take the leap. Appreciate you, Blackbeard. Later, Cyber Potato. Nice draft tonight. Jose Calderon says, you are so much better than the other hacks. Thank you, Jose. Appreciate that. See you all tomorrow. Thank you, Frake. Appreciate you.
Off he goes to the planet known as Uranus.